Yeah.
So would you asked us the question about raising a daughter? How would you want to be raised? Do you think you would want to be raised in that way, that you know how to manage your money, you know how to go get your own stuff, you don't have to be dependent on anyone?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Well, I was once told that, obviously before I had a boyfriend or whatever the case may be, because I was raised in a single home, single family home, and a bit of poverty, you could say. They would say, "Oh, when you find someone that can make you happy, not just happy, but also somebody that has money, basically,
Yeah.
that can make your life a little bit more improving,
Right.
right? So you don't remain the way you are." And actually starting to be independent and all of that, I learned the importance of going half and half. Like, I don't believe in using people or just depending on someone for their money, because just as how I work hard, they work hard for their money.
Right.
So I know that a lot of
I understand that.
parents look forward for their kids to be with somebody that's good and have good education and that's working good money and things like that. And nothing is wrong with that, but at the same time, I think it should go halves and half. You shouldn't, and as Jordan said, that you should, if you need the help, you should be able to lean on your partner for help.
But it's also too how if we started for the clean slate, I think we all agree. But like, everyone comes from different backgrounds. So like,
Yeah.
I would agree if I were back home, which happens a lot, you want someone to come from overseas to marry you, your family or your daughter or your son, and take them over there for a better life,
Yeah,
right?
better life.
And
yeah,
sometimes
basically.
it's not about love. It's about, can you financially take care of my daughter?
But
You know what I mean?
my question is it a better life? Because they have the upper hand.
Right.
So everything that they want, they're expecting from you. So
Yeah.
I'm funding you. I brought you here.
Mhm.
Whatever, they're gonna be able to be in control.
Yeah.
So is it a better life? Is how
Right.
I look at it. You know what I
But
mean?
people back
Yeah.
home,
Some women look at it. People back
I
home.
would think it's a
yeah.
better life
Yeah.
because I'm in Guyana. I'm seeing stuff on TV.
Yeah.
I only know what I know. So I really do think if you're in that situation, the better life
Yeah.
is coming to Canada or
Yeah.
the US.
So
Yeah.
you
Right.
come here and then he makes you do all the cooking. He makes you do all the cleaning. He
Yeah.
sits on the couch.
That's what
watching.
happens.
He treats you like a
unfortunately.
princess. He can buy you the purse. He can do your nails. He
But
can do your
that's-
hair. He can take
But
care of you.
he could cut you off.
Yeah.
He
But
could
some
cut you
men,
out.
but that's the thing. But some men wouldn't mind doing those stuff.
I think
They always have this saying of, I want to treat my girl like a princess.
I think
I want to give her the life that she never had before, what her parents never given her when she
I'm
was
kind of on
growing
your
up.
side because put yourself in that father in Guyana's mindset,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
They don't know much
yeah.
to life. So their thinking is very simple. I'm not saying simple is bad. I'm just saying very cut and dry, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You can take my daughter over there. Maybe one day we can come visit. They'll have kids. The grandchildren will grow up in a better place than what we grew up in.
It's interesting.
Like
True.
It's interesting discussion
Yeah.
because I feel JR and I are on the
I
same
know.
page on it, and Cash and
Yeah.
Jace is on the same page.
I get that. My whole point is you now give the man the power to
Yeah.
control the woman. And great, you support her financially. She doesn't have to work, but you have her locked in the house, cooking, cleaning,
But
doing everything.
who says that's the situation 100% of the time?
But
Yeah, that's
you
not
see,
always.
you see the
Yeah.
proof of the.
And what if she's
Yeah,
comfortable
but-
in being a housewife too?
You all exactly these
What if
women.
she's
or what if
back-
she has no choice though?
No,
These
but
women
what if
back
she's
home
still
are
trusted
raised
to
that
do
way
that?
to
Right.
take care of the house, to
Yeah.
sweep, to
But
clean.
the man isn't doing it for love. He doesn't particularly loves
Yeah.
her. He likes that he has food when he
Right.
comes in. He likes that
Yeah.
she does whatever he
and
wants.
he knows coming over here, that's the deal. You're getting
Right.
a housewife.
But exactly. So I always say, for the man's perspective, it's fine. But is
Right.
the woman okay knowing for the next 50 years or whatever it is, this is gonna be your role. He's not gonna
Right.
love you.
And that's okay.
You're gonna, if it's okay with
That's
her.
why I'm saying
Yeah.
in those situations, these women are not thinking about themselves personally, that it's me. I'm thinking about my kids. I'm thinking about my family.
But
I'm doing the sacrifice
Yeah.
to
Right.
make my next generation better.
I
Yeah.
think what JR and I are
You
thinking.
guys are
True.
focused on the individual.
No, but I
Yeah.
think what we're thinking is it's great you're here. However, because he has all the control now, he can
Yeah.
make that decision to be
Yeah.
like, I'm out.
It's
and
a
then what
sacrifice.
happens to you though? Because now,
But that's typical life. Divorce rates are
Yep.
50%. Whether you're
Yeah,
rich,
yeah.
whether you're not, everyone. I obviously don't condone if someone's abusing my daughter or treating her bad. You shouldn't stay there. Come back to Guyana. We'll figure out another plan. But I think that's not always the case where the guy's
Right.
going to be
No.
controlling. Yes, he might have his tendencies
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
like, don't go out here. We
Right.
can't go out to dinner until I'm home. Or
Yeah.
you have to cook and make sure food's ready when
Right.
Yeah.
I'm home. There's certain things where there's a negotiation.
And Jace,
Yeah.
since you talk about that, it's like it's an Indian tradition thing with men who believe that. Like I've talked to this gentleman before, and he said to me, he said, "No, my wife is not working. I don't need her to work because I'm the man and I will work. I do not need my wife to go out there to work. I want her to stay home and take care of things at
Children.
home."
Yeah.
And that's the Indian culture of things where they're comfortable in having their wife at home. And it's the same practice in Trinidad, in Guyana, West Indian culture. They do that.
Right.
They prefer their wife to be at home. Why? Because also too, they don't want other men to take advantage of their
And
wife
I think
as
the
well.
wife in some cases prefer that.
Yeah, and some
It
wives
sounds
do
controlling
prefer
to
it.
me.
It does. Or what if that's
It's not
but what if they're
controlling,
just
though.
programmed to think that
Yeah,
that's the life I
yeah.
have to
But
live?
it's not
right?
controlling. That's where I think
Yeah.
we're thinking if the wife is okay with that,
Yeah.
it's not controlling.
but what I think,
like
where-
some women legitly want to be home and
Yeah.
be homemakers and take care of
Right.
the kids.
no, and it's nothing wrong
that
with
is not
that.
Yeah.
controlling.
However, but on the flip side, like
Yeah.
because he's wanting you to do this and you want to do this, if something were to happen, you have nothing. You have no
Yeah.
life skills, nothing to fall back on.
I mean, you
so he's
can.
gonna be fine. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's gonna be fine. He'll move on. But you only have the life skills of cooking,
Yeah.
cleaning. You don't know how to pay bills, perhaps. You don't know how to do anything else
Right.
because you haven't been. That wasn't your role. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's got
That's
you
life,
stuck
yeah.
at down here while he's always up here.
Mhm.
So
I see your case, but I think that's just how life has been.
Yeah.
That is the role of the traditional woman and the traditional man.
Your
Yeah.
husband works for the family. He gives you money to run the house. You pay the bills. You take care of the kids. You ensure my kids are well taken care of. You cook. You clean. I'm okay with staying at home.
If a
women
woman
are,
does her role,
Yeah.
the guy is an idiot in that sense. Yeah, the guy's better off, but that is a selfish man for doing that and putting you out there. I'm the mother of my kids. You took care of our house. I'm growing financially. All of a sudden, I can just drop you. That's a selfish man. That's an idiot.
but I also
Yeah.
believe too why men usually do that is because they feel that they're the superior of the home, so they don't want their wife to be as in competition with them. Some situation, not all.
I think those are insecure men.
Some
Yeah.
men get intimidated, like they feel intimidated when their wife is basically going out there working. And what if she works more money? What if she start picking up this dude that has more money because she's working that amount of money? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that's insecure. Like
It
you
is,
should
yeah.
be confident in yourself.
Yep.
I think this is a fun discussion. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because it's just like
So many different
thoughts. Yeah.
scenarios.
Yeah.
It's like it's never ending. There's not a right
Right or
way.
wrong
Mhm.
answer.
Like controlling to some person is not controlling to the other because it's just the way how you think and how what you value, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
A lot of women don't value going out to going work. They want to be taken care of.
Right.
And they want to be, this is my home.
Yeah.
Like this is my house, but without the woman, it's not a home.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And some guys actually look at it that way. And a lot of women trash women that's housewives, at home, stay at home mom, whatever the case may be.
Without those moms,
Yeah.
Yeah.
those are the best moms in the world. The ones that
But, yeah.
actually the homemakers.
No, it's true. But I think also too we have to understand the root of where all that started. It was women didn't have rights.
Right.
They couldn't vote, couldn't go to work, couldn't even go to the store or anything. So that mentality of no, women's gotta stay home, man's gonna provide is almost like backwards mentality though.
Yeah.
Because once upon a time that was the reality of women had to face, period. There was no, I want to be independent. No, it's you're staying home, you're doing this, you're doing that.
Right.
So
But we can also go down back to the core and even go
Right.
further than that.
right.
How we're genetically built.
But it's a
Men were
different world.
built to do work.
Right.
Men were physically we are stronger.
But it's a different world now, though,
Yeah.
that we live in.
But see, biology, like mentally, biology, we're all built that way.
And I think
Yeah.
that's where
We're the hunter gatherers,
Yeah.
or protectors.
I think that's where JR and I are thinking, because it's almost like the old ways where you didn't have those rights, and
Yeah.
now because it's a lot different, you want to make sure if something were to go wrong
Yeah.
and you have to be by yourself, you have the
I agree with
skills
that
to
too,
take
yeah.
care of yourself.
Exactly.
Just like if I by myself, I want to make sure I have the skills to
Yeah.
take care of myself as a man, even as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need to learn how to cook. I need to know how to do all these things
Right,
as well,
right.
because if I don't have no one to do it for me,
Yep.
how am I going to do it? So I think vice versa, the women should also have the same skills.
Yeah.
You should know how to do certain things. You should know how to be independent, because
Right.
once you have that dependence, you're put yourself in a position where you can be very screwed.
That's the whole thing about
Exactly.
religion. That's the whole thing about family. I
Yeah.
think we just, at the end of the day, it's however you believe. However, your home is your home to control,
Yeah,
right? It's
true.
a negotiation between
Yeah.
your
Two
husband and your
people,
wife,
yeah.
how you do that,
Yeah.
and no one can say what's right or wrong.
Yeah.
But that's I think the grand scheme of things is the concept of family is going
Mm.
away.
Yeah.
That's the bigger issue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
As-
true.
At the end of the day, who works, who provides, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's the concept of family and sticking together and making it.
Well, if you're
Yeah.
saying what you said, instead of funds, that there is no family right there, right
she's
away.
Totally
you
wrong.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
she's
yeah.
totally
Yeah.
wrong. You're looking for
the
funds.
wrong mentality right off the bat. There's no family in looking for money.
No.
Yeah.